Happy Saturday. We did it, boys. We made it. It's another episode 19 right now. Three Ugly Mugs. Hi, I'm Johnny B. These guys, you know them. John J. Murray. How are you, buddy?
I'm great. I'm glad we're having an episode because last week, immediately following the episode, I unplugged one of these lights in the studios and lightning shot out of the wall. It was crackling and shit. I had to shut the whole thing down and get an electrician over here. Fortunately, the lunatic that I got to come on short notice fixed it, and we're back.
Hell yeah. Speaking of lights out, if you ever seen this guy do stand-up, you know all about him. It's Matt Fernandez.
It's early. We're doing this at 11 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
I'm fresh off of my fucking Crisp Picks, bro. Let's get this shit.
Oh, Crisp Picks, most underrated cereal ever, dude.
They're slept on.
I didn't know that they still made those.
They're so good. They're probably made by Area 51 because they got that cool little fucking octagonal little fucking thing going on, or whatever that shape is. Yep. Is it hexagon or whatever it is? Corn on one side, rice on the other. It fucking stays crunchy.
Stays crunchy. Stays so crunchy. Oh,
so
yeah, man.
Good.
None of us are drinking beer in this episode because if you're drinking beer at 11 a.m., that's a red flag.
I would be, but you guys are here to watch me, so I'm not doing it.
We have to save you from yourself.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
No, me and Johnny got a gig tonight at a. It's not a trailer park; it's a RV resort. So
resort.
Resort.
They have a pool.
I have to stay sober until then.
I bet they do have a fucking pool. It's really nice. It's in Clearwater. It's not one of these little shitball little RV spots, right? This is no fucking KOA. This is fucking Baller City, baby. Yeah, it's gonna be fucking. It's sold out, Matt. Sold out. You ever done a sold out show? Yeah, probably last night. Who cares?
Yes, literally last night. I'll be at the Lightning game with two young boys.
Ooh,
and my wife.
All right. That sounds good. Sounds hot. Yeah, so we have a lot going on today. We're going to talk a lot of football, mainly football. Of course, we'll do your pathetic parlay later in the show. And ours too, and I just figured out how to do teases on the Hard Rock app. We'll talk about all this, and of course we have a guest coming in to the studio in a few minutes, and we'll talk about the college football championship game. So that's pretty awesome. He's here now. Everybody, do you want to bring him in now, John? What do you want to do?
As soon as he's ready, I don't know. It looks like his phone is like looking up his shorts right now. So we're gonna just hold off for a minute.
It's probably just what he does. I mean, that's kind of his vibe.
No, yeah, we can jump right into college football championships and welcome to the stage our friend and college football expert, Law Smith.
Yeah, there he
is.
Am I in?
You're so in, bro.
Turn it sideways, bud. Turn it sideways. There you go.
Am I inside you three ugly bugs?
You are on the show.
I'm going to be moving around, get my steps in.
Are you running from the cops right now?
Shut. Just quiet.
Be
cool, dude. Be cool.
I know where he's not running to a gig.
Oh, my God. What gigs are at 12 on a Saturday, ding-dong?
RV resorts in Clearwater, baby. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah, I don't have that kind of
Good for you, man. Good for you.
Hey,
welcome to the show.
When we did the nudist resort, Johnny.
Oh yeah. They kept telling us to take our clothes off.
Well, and like the bosoms of the old ladies are just on the table, just like flapjacked, spilling out.
Just the smallest old man penises you could ever imagine.
Well,
it's cold.
That's my people.
Would you be happier if all the old men had giant dicks, Matt? Would that make
honestly it'd be more interesting?
How cute do you want these guys to be in the crowd?
not one fuckable old man in the whole room, man. I go through my side like fuck this.
It's a sausage party and they're all small.
Vienna sausage party.
Yeah, Matt likes to have a cute crowd. That's his thing.
Yeah, I like him to be adorable. I like him to have big, fat hogs.
Yeah.
So, do you guys want to talk about college football?
Yeah, I guess.
Or Matt's secret gayness.
Only if Notre Dame's going to roll out some sexy old men.
I mean, that's the Catholic way, right? I mean, what do y'all want to know? I used to have a podcast, The Triple Option, for like 7 years, and then once you don't do it, it's kind of like stand-up. If you don't do it for like a week, you feel like you don't know how to do it.
You always seem to be more into college than the pros.
Well, it's because colleges don't move. I don't like teams that move around. Like the Bucks could go, we want a new stadium, and then threaten to move. Whereas like my alma mater, Auburn's always going to be there, and it's always going to be boring as shit.
Always going to be. Well, I mean, there's nothing else in Auburn, so they got that going for them.
It's very slow. Like they thought I was like a New Yorker there, and I was like, huh?
You're from like, the city.
I'm like, I just want us to drive without talking in the middle of the road. 2 pickup trucks, do that cop move where they talk to each other. But I think Notre Dame had an easy route to get to the national championship. They had Penn State as their big game, and Penn State kind of shits the bed in huge games. What's the line at? I think it was 8 last time I checked.
Yep, still 8.
Yeah, it's still 8.
Ohio State's coach has a fake beard. He looks like a woolly wally. He has like such a black beard, it doesn't look real.
Oh no, he's just fermenting the fuck out of that beard for sure.
What the fuck's going on? He's not tricking anybody.
There's a lot of people that do it too. I see a lot of guys in their 50s with just beautiful jet black beards, and I'm like, bro, just lean into it, man. Sean Connery, that shit. Don't you stop faking it. We all know.
Yeah,
you'll see me one day pop up with a straight black beard, and you'll be like, "What the fuck happened?" And then that means I went gray.
And you can use that spray on hair on your dome up there.
And they'll be like, "Why didn't you go red like your face?" Nope, I want a black beard.
Still have red eyebrows.
Yeah.
I never really thought about it. You do have a ginger. You are a ginger.
Yeah, he doesn't
fucking
like it when
damn
you call
it! I'm not a ginger.
Yours red as my hat.
I'm just white.
So we know who Matt's rooting for in the championship, right?
Yeah, look, I hate Notre Dame more than most colleges. Like, I used to hate them more than LSU or Alabama just because they had the TV rights forever on NBC. And so, like, and they're independent. And they're like, we're Catholic, so we're better than you. And that place sucks ass. South Bend's like one of the worst cities I've ever been to. I've done a gig.
You sound like you're traumatized because you went to a Catholic high school.
I did. I went to Jesuit high school where I got voted cutest kid by the priests.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you did.
Biggest dong.
Got voted softest mouth.
It's a private ceremony. Yeah, nice.
Most likely to get skull fucked by a priest. That was my superlative.
So Notre Dame hasn't won a championship
Yeah,
since
for sure.
1988. Yeah. That's crazy.
Well, look,
it's crazy that they beat Penn State, who was literally like the most famous kid fucking college.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah, still kind of should be talked about more. Like Epstein Island's kind of like, nah, we're just going to sweep that. That should be a bigger controversy, I feel like.
Wait a minute. Are you saying the news suppresses the information when they want to?
I don't know much.
That's weird.
But
are we about to start bashing the mainstream media?
Yeah.
Is this where this podcast is going?
Real news. This is
We don't have to go full Alex Jones on this episode.
We're supposed to be talking about college football.
Johnny, do you know how many child molesters are at the national championship game?
All frauds are
White House
gay.
is putting it together, yeah.
Look, the local media also does it, guys. All right, I'm not just shitting on the mainstream. They all
Well,
do
the
it.
local media is owned by a big conglomerate.
I know.
You ever seen that video where they showed the same exact story from every affiliate?
Oh yeah, it's a
Yeah.
script.
Fucking
Yeah.
Scripps, yeah, it's all just it's some weird Christian conservative company.
But not radio. I love radio because Johnny B's got the new lead-in slot. Yeah, baby.
Yeah, bitch. I do what I want.
And I love clear communicate, whatever it is, charter. What I don't know who owns your station, but I'm a company man for you.
Cox Media Group.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is, dude.
Capital C.
Oh, yeah, man. So back to the game. Do you think
Have y'all ever gone to the game?
to what game?
To a
The
national championship game?
Yeah.
No. I don't.
When Auburn played Oregon in 2010, right before we walked in the stadium in Glendale, I saw Mike Leach by himself. And walking in, I was so wasted. I was like, I gotta say something to him. And I was like, hey man, you're obsessed with pirates. That's awesome. And he's like, cool. And he's like, get away from me, fucking weirdo. But he's actually pretty polite.
It's a great story.
Then I had to hitchhike home because our friends left us after the game. So that was fun.
Probably because
Hey,
they were
Matt.
like, stop talking to Mike Leach.
Dude,
Stop
Mike
talking
Leach
to Mike
rules.
Leach about fucking kids.
You're making him deeply uncomfortable.
You mean one of the best offensive minds of all time? The one that put it, what's that kid? Craig James's kid in a portalette because he was wearing shades on the field. He goes, "You go sit in that fucking porta potty for all practice," and he bitched about it and got fired. Mike Leach was a lawyer before he was a coach. I always find those guys fascinating.
Mike Leach, is that I'm 40? Is that
No, that's Mike Gundy.
Oh, Mike Gundy, yeah. That guy was
now
fun.
He's 50 and rocking a tight mullet still.
Fuck yeah, dude. I like it. Don't yell at him. He's 21. I'm 40. Yeah, it's great.
I'm surprised that's not a drop on y'all's show.
Well, we're all over 40, so here we are.
Yeah.
Nope, not quite.
That's a baby.
You can shut your whore mouth.
Oh, you're not over 40?
I'll be over 40. I'll be 40 in May.
You look old, you dickhead.
That's not true. I don't look old. I look like a baby. I've had gay men ask me for my skincare regime.
Oh, yeah.
What is your skincare regime? Do you do it all?
It's true. I just fire it right into my own face.
Whoa,
I call it the old Kurt Cobain.
I can't believe we don't have sponsors.
Sponsors. So who do you got? You got Ohio State in the game?
Yeah. I mean, look, Notre Dame, they had the sweetheart route getting there. It's like they had the bye, and then they play Penn State, who shits the bed every big game.
Right.
And their coach, I don't care if it's kind of hacking out. Their coach, Penn State's coach, looks like Keegan-Michael Key still. I find that hilarious. I tried to send John a clip from Shane Gillis and Saban, because this is my favorite thing of the whole year.
Yeah.
Because Nick Saban's wearing a stupid hat.
Oh, I saw that.
And I guess if you listen to Matt and Shane's Secret podcast, they're talking about, like, before he went on stage with them for College Game Day, it was like Nick Saban was like giving him shit and like fucking with him. And, Gillis is like, oh. And so when he came on, he said he has, I don't want to step on it if you're going to play it, but.
Oh, I looked at it. We can't play it because of copyright.
Fucking mainstream media, dude.
YouTube.
Same.
YouTube, if we talk over it, I think it'll let you, but.
I think we'd have to play it without the sound.
He's talking about where he calls him Alabama Jones?
Yeah. I mean, such a concise, amazing hate.
That when he says the SEC definitely never paid players to play.
Yeah.
And then the best part is when he goes, "Isn't this a fun show? Aren't we having fun here?"
Right. And like, we're all stand-ups, and we've all been in not the same position, but something like that, where you're like, someone's messing with you, and you're like, "Oh, I'm gonna just slow play this on you, and I'm just gonna unleash hell when I can." And Alabama Jones is just hilarious because he looks stupid with that hat on. The big game. Here's my biggest thing is, and I bitched about this for 20 years. It's on a Monday night.
It's very stupid.
They don't play on Monday nights in the season.
Yeah.
They own Saturday.
I know.
And everyone goes, well, but the NFL playoffs. Fuck the NFL. Tell them to push it. They can push it back to 1 and 4. O'clock games.
Well, why is the NFL playoffs not on Monday night?
Yeah, they play Monday Night Football. Good point.
It makes no sense. It's kind of a microcosm of how like inefficient the NCAA is. Is like, well, we play Saturday all year and Thursday and sometimes Friday if you're West Virginia or something, or Boise State, one of these obscure schools that needs the national spotlight. They'll take the Friday night, but like Monday night's the fucking worst night. That's like Mondays are to get your life together. Mondays are like get your shit together because you fucked up all weekend.
And you gotta get extra sleep Monday night because you fucked up all weekend. Monday you drug through your workday and you're like, oh God, I can't wait to get to bed early tonight so I can get my shit together for the rest of the week. And you're like, nope, now there's a football game I have to watch till midnight. Yeah,
you drink all day Sunday like a real American.
Mm-hmm.
And you did Saturday too, so you feel horrible. You got the shakes. You're gonna have about a 6-pack just to go to sleep, honestly.
Sure.
This is my alcoholism. Is this an intervention? But like Monday's like get your shit together day. I don't want to talk to anybody if I don't have to, and I want to go to bed early if I can. But maybe that's my salt and pepper beard talking. I'm getting old.
No, I feel you.
It looks good on you, dude. Never dye that beard. It looks good. I like it.
Hey, I tell all the women on these dating apps, and it doesn't go very well, but I say you can sit on my face anytime. It's fine.
What kind of pants are you wearing right now?
My ladies,
show it, coward. We know what you're wearing.
What is this, OnlyFans?
Fucking Venus flytrap for 25-year-old ladies. Show it to us.
Dude, I told a friend of mine, I go, if you make an OnlyFans for me and get me a gay following, they buy tickets. I don't care. Double income, no kids crowd, give it to me. And I was like, I just want to not know about it. So you can just give me cash or put it in my kid's college fund or something, and then I can have plausible deniability. I'm wearing my ladies Lulu women shorts because the men's aren't short enough.
You rocking a fanny pack?
Of course.
Yep, there it is.
Yeah, dude.
Quadzilla.
Look
Big
at
thighs save lives.
33-inch waist, 28-inch thighs. I'm a Brazilian chick, man. It's like I'm an hourglass. What I heard, I listened to a couple of episodes, and I was talking to the podcast like I was on it already. My favorite thing was y'all thinking you don't need a spleen when you were talking about Chris Sims. I was like, I don't think that's right.
Like, you don't need it.
James had to get in there. He's like, you're a fucking idiot. Like,
we're not doctors. We're barely comedians.
Look, man.
We can barely.
I've never claimed to be a medical fucking specialist.
Yeah, it's like your appendix. It's the same. You don't need that shit. Fuck it. Doesn't do anything.
I mean, I've had all that shit. Well, I don't know. I've had my gallbladder's gone. My appendix is gone.
Is that how you lost the weight?
No.
Just removing organs?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, you stick out 5 ounces at a time. Best way to do it.
Well, I think that was on that show Pete and Pete, where the bully for the on the wrestling team, he wanted to cut weight so he could beat up Pete, so he removed a couple of his organs to make weight.
Oh my god!
I
just comes out on dialysis.
Was it Artie, that weird molester that hung out with those kids?
No, it was one of the kids. It was one of the.
That guy had to be retarded, right? Like he couldn't.
Yeah, that was the whole thing.
He's a grown man that does magic, right? Or am I mixing him with?
No, he said he was the strongest man in the world.
Yeah, and you're like, you look like Waldo.
I'm glad we're getting real deep on Pete and Pete right now.
Yeah, it's a throwback.
Not even one of the more popular Nickelodeon shows.
Are you going to hear that on CNN?
It's a deep cut.
Watch, it'll do
of the Midnight
10,000 hits on clips. Watch.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I just remember the teacher who had the veiny legs, but they look like a road map. They look like a perfect road map.
Yeah, it's hot.
Well, let's see. So you're saying. So what is the spread? What is the bet for?
I just like making Matt uncomfortable. That's my favorite.
No way. I'm totally comfortable.
Back to college football. So do we have a parlay for college football or no? What do you bet? What are you betting on this, Law?
Well, I don't gamble because I realize as much as you know about the game, and you get a win under you, you're like, I'm a fucking genius. I'm brilliant. So I kind of just. I don't really get into that so much. What's the over-under on it? 45.5?
45.5.
Yep.
Are y'all sponsored like by Bet DSI or something?
We want to be.
Not yet.
Are y'all degenerate gamblers and I'm just finding out about this?
Oh, yeah,
yes.
they are.
Yes.
Really?
I'm not. I mean, I gamble, but only on NFL games.
How much are we
not
talking?
on children.
I bet the over that you
I
were
don't have any
ask
bets on
that
this
question.
one.
Yeah.
I won. Hell yeah. Plus 200.
No.
I bet Jeremiah Smith has a massive dong. I'd bet that.
$10.
Like Ernie Sims, dude. I told you that story.
I love that kid. Like I think that kid should get to go right to the pros. He's an adult man. Look at it, like he's the reason I think Ohio State is going to win.
Yeah, no, I think they're going to win because look what they've done through the playoffs. I mean, once they beat Oregon the way they did, I said nobody's beating this team right now in this little 4-week gap here. There's nobody better. There's grown ass men, like you said. It's not even close.
And they're millionaires. That's the cool part.
Yes,
Grown millionaires.
They're already
These guys are going to play college football till they're 40 now because of NIL deals. Why would you ever want to go to the NFL and make less money?
Well, I have a client that's doing NIL, agency stuff, and it's kind of crazy. It's crazy. NCAA really fucked that up because they just go, well, I guess it's a free market now. Go for it. And it's just like all the big programs are paying out the ass to all these kids. So they thought this would even the playing field for competitiveness, but it makes it more lopsided.
Now, can an NFL player that's like getting too old and long in the tooth, can they like go take classes? Like, could you see Aaron Rodgers taking like a pottery class and like quarterbacking UCF or something?
Like Natron Means is like, I got to take geometry. I'm going back. Something like that.
You can imagine, yeah, like Edgerrin James. He's like, y'all have heard me talk. I can't read. I'm going back to college and playing running back.
How dare you?
I think you can go back and play.
I don't think it would be someone who's already in the Hall of Fame. I think it would probably be a player who's like wasn't very good.
How cool would that be? 55-year-old Edgerrin James is running for fucking 200 yards a fucking game in some E3 school. He's playing a goddamn Macon junior college and just fucking running all over people. That'd be beautiful.
I think you're mixing two movies, like Billy Madison with The Program.
Right.
That's actually not a bad. I'd watch that movie.
Yeah, I'd watch that.
Or maybe a little Back to School with Rodney in there. The national championship. It's like the NFL playoffs. That first week sucks. The only game that was good was the Bucks Redskins. The C words. But like all the other games skunk ass. And same with college football. It's like, cool, we have 12 teams. Now everyone's going to bitch about who should have been in. Like Ole Miss should have been in, and this, whoever was 12 should have been out. Because all the big programs basically won.
I have a weird feeling, and this is a theory, right, that I have on this, and let me know if it sounds too crazy. I think since all of sports has jumped into cahoots with all the gambling sites, they purposely want shit games all the time because now you have to gamble to make it interesting. You're like, fuck, I don't want to watch this game. But if I put a parlay on it, now I want to watch this game. So it's like, why even have good games? Make them as shitty as possible. So you have to like dress them up with a little gambling on the side to make it watchable. I don't know. I don't see how that would work as an incentive.
He's just trying to justify his own gambling problem.
Right. This is something you sat around and figured out how you're going to tell your wife that you're not going on vacation.
It's like, why are you betting cricket? I'm like, don't be racist. That's why. All right. These are nice Indian boys that don't know how to play baseball.
Are you all such degenerates? You've gotten into hockey betting?
Oh, Johnny
no.
is.
I'm better at hockey betting. I'm better at hockey betting than I am at anything else. Yeah, God, yeah. I'm horrible at football, and I should be better at football. And I always go one leg too far on my parlays. One leg too far, baby. Let's go 5 leg, and 4 will come in, and the 5th one will just sit there. I got to get better.
Do adjusted parlays now? Like you can do it where it's like
it's a
payout
flex.
sounds great. Yeah.
Yeah, but the money goes way down once you lose a leg. It's like, at that point, like, I'm not making bets for gas money. I'm trying to,
Yeah, I don't want to win only $40. I want to lose $160.
Thank you.
Shooting for the moon.
Yeah.
And if you want a bunch, like a few million, it's like, we'll never see you again. Bye. Like, you're not going to do stand-up anymore. You're like, I don't need to do that shit.
It is fun though to put like once a week, put like a really, really crazy parlay in, like during the NFL when you have 16 games being played, like just to say, look, my $3 could be $85,000 if I guess every game right. I mean, it's still better odds than the fucking Powerball, So it's like, well, who knows?
Relative to that, yeah, you're winning.
Yeah, relative to no chance ever.
If you set the bar really low, then you look like a genius.
Yeah.
I didn't know you're a certified financial planner, dude. This is just sound advice. Don't get an index funds. 14 game parlay. Do it.
Look, man, you went to Jesuit. Matt and I went to Hillsborough High School. This is the only thing they taught us to do, all right?
The only thing they have.
Do you think they taught that at Jesuit? They did not.
I know how to measure grams of weed.
Classes. Do you want to hear about scholasticism? Because I knew about that at one point. I got nothing.
So how's the new special doing, Law?
Well, it's in a post-production hell.
Girthy.
And Matt did the worst thing ever, and he was serious. He was like, how'd the taping go? And I was like, that's good, I think. Eric says we got it on film. And he's like, heard it went bad. And I was like, what? And then he walked away, and I was like, fuck.
Oh,
What's
my wife
that?
was there with David Weingarten.
What's that?
My wife was there with David.
We're probably not using that show. I think we're using that.
Okay. Okay, good. I'm glad you got a good show.
Okay, good.
Hey,
No,
listen,
Rob, before
No, what really
Rob-
where I'm at is I'm stuck with this audio issue where we didn't mic the audience properly. And so it literally looks like, you ever watch the videos of like Big Bang Theory without the laugh track?
Oof.
It's like, it feels gross like that. Like it's so low. I'm gonna have to put like Saved by the Bell laugh track.
there you
he
go.
might- you
Law's
guys
going to do
can
his
back-
own laugh track. You'll hear him laughing at his own joke. Ha 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 ha.
I'm not JB Ball, dude.
Oh,
Shots fired.
successful? Look,
That either.
you can always put AI laughter in, and you can make it any way you want. I saw somebody doing that, showing how to put that in, and you could even like do different characters within all the crowd laughter. So I always thought it'd be fun to do like a fake comedy special in front of a curtain, and just have like the crowd and just in the background, just people mildly heckling you. You know, like
Don't TikTok comedians do that now?
Yeah.
There was a TikTok comedian that did get caught doing that. Like somebody analyzed the video and they're like, they figured out that he basically set up a fake comedy club in his living room.
yeah, a bunch of them. He had
and
different
had AI
sets.
laughter and different sets or whatever because somebody was watching and was like, oh, these jokes aren't funny, but there's a bunch of laughter.
killing.
So like they start looking into it and it's like, oh, this guy isn't even a comedian. He's just faking it in his fucking living room.
I do owe a shout out to John Jacobs. He randomly hit me up around Christmas. It was like, because through another comic, he heard the audio issues and he went out of his way to help fix it, but it didn't 100% do it, but it helped a
Right.
lot, you know, and he went out of his way to do that. So, comedy little brother. Shout out to him.
Aw.
Well,
There
look
you
for
go.
Law
Whatever
Smith
dumpster
special.
he's sleeping in right now.
Look for Law Smith special. It's coming out on YouTube soon.
Yeah, Florida, it's a sunny state for shady people.
Florida,
Nice.
it's a sunny state for shady
Salt on
people.
a bumper, salt on a bumper
pl-
sticker at 10 years old.
And plug your podcast before you get out of here that you do with Eric.
Well, we sold the name Sweat Equity Podcast for 16 grand to some
Nice.
brat in Austin.
Nice.
Fuck
And
yeah.
we are now called Girthy, but we may have to change it again because I think it's hurting our SEO. So
Yeah, I'm sure.
I don't think they like that word, even though it's not a bad word. It's my favorite word.
Well, check out Girthy on anywhere you can get a podcast or YouTube while it's still called Girthy. And if the name changes, we'll have
Yeah.
Law back on to let you know.
Law
Thanks for
Smith-
being our first guest.
Law Smith works on everything social. LawSmithWorks.com. all that.
Love you, buddy.
Bye, guys.
Law Smith, everybody.
Law Smith. Now we can get into real grown-up football.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. What the
About time.
I like how we brought him in for like professional analysis on college football, and then everybody pretty much went, "Yeah, fucking Ohio State's gonna fucking murder."
Yeah, I mean,
you know?
is
Way to
anyone
break it
saying
down.
anything different?
Not really.
No, but I mean, we didn't mention a single player or strategy or anything. We just said, "Yeah, murder." Anyway, good to see you, Law. Way to walk through the whole goddamn podcast.
It was more about, college football than just about that one game.
Yeah. So, but it's good. We'll have them locked in for college football next season when it starts. So it'll be great. Let's move on, folks. Let's move on before James has a stroke in the chat. He's producing well. He's like, let's go.
He's like, guys, stay on topic, you pieces of shit. So
How long are we talking to this homo?
So Bucks C words last Sunday, very, very fucking disappointing. I drank an entire bottle of champagne before that happened, so I was a very sad boy
Nice.
watching the fourth quarter of Bucks Commanders.
I sat in sullen silence and didn't kiss my wife goodnight.
Oh.
She just went to bed, and I was like, "Get out of here! Don't touch me.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
not ready to be loved."
it was disappointing, but I went back and actually watched the game again, and I normally never do that with a losing game unless I'm trying to figure things out. But it was pretty much what I saw the first time. I think you got to give a little bit more credit to Washington than more shitting on the Bucks. I think Washington, they just played a clean game. They controlled the football. They had the ball. We only had the ball 7 times in the entire game. So when you limit a great offense, that's how you beat them. And they had a great game plan. Jaden Daniels played a pretty flawless game. No turnovers for Washington. I mean, to do that away, as a rookie, I mean, he almost threw 3 picks. I'll say that. But we didn't take advantage of it. They limited their mistakes. We had one big mistake in the fourth quarter that really, really hurt us. So you just have to give it to them. They won a shit ton of games last second in these in this season, and they got the doink that went the right way. We could have played a better game, obviously, but Washington wanted it more. Just like when we lost in Dallas, Mike Evans said after that game, they played harder than us. They hit us. They hit harder. They played more fundamental football. And the same thing, Washington just fucking won the game, and we didn't do more. But I don't think we looked totally like shit. It was just Washington played better.
Baker Mayfield threw for 185 yards and 2 touchdowns, as you can see on the screen. And that's lower than his season average, right?
But that's because they only had the ball 7 times. Same thing. Right. Yeah. So everybody's like, where's the stats? We didn't have the fucking ball. Like, when you let Washington
you got to put that on our defense a little bit. I mean,
sure.
They were letting Jaden Daniels kind of do whatever he wanted.
Well, what I said last week on the podcast, the bend don't break. They had that goal line stand, which was awesome. So yeah, they were allowing a lot of yardage between the 20s, but Washington scored 23. We averaged 29 point something per game. We should beat a team in the playoffs if they score 23 points. So it was the limited access to scoring. Like I said, Washington knew you can't let Baker Mayfield and Mike Evans and Bucky Irving have the ball too much, or they're going to fuck us up. And so they had one drive, 17 plays, 10 minutes long. Like,
it's just not enough.
We can't get on the field. We can't score. That's just how it is. It'd be like a basketball game, and then like every time you get the ball up to half court, that you just you turn the ball over and you're never. Yeah. So it's just like. They came out and they did outcoach us a little bit, but
the last like 4 minutes of the game where Todd Bowles wasn't calling timeouts, I didn't love that.
He's got a problem with that.
Bad clock management.
Bad clock management at the end of the game for sure.
Yeah.
You think he comes back?
I was just about to ask that, and I don't think so. No, I don't think he's going to want to be here. I think he wants to leave.
Oh, really? Well, that's a whole different story. Now, as far as him being fired, the only way, and only because the Glazers have done it in the past, is if they were trying to keep Liam Cohen from going to Jacksonville or wherever these teams are really wooing him. And if they did that and they pulled like they did with Lovie Smith, and they just take him, move him up and get rid of the head coach. But the problem is Todd Bowles has, even though with shitty records, he's won the division. Every year he's been the Bucs coach. They've been to the playoffs. Every year he's been the Bucs coach since Bruce Arians retired.
I mean, Tony Dungy did the same thing, and we had no problem getting rid of him.
Yeah, but we didn't win a
eventually
Super Bowl.
you got to get over that hump.
Oh, I get it, dude. I get it. And
Todd Bowles, I mean, let's be real, he wouldn't even be here without if Bruce Arians didn't put him up for the job, he wouldn't even be the head coach.
Well, yeah, how many playoff games? So we were in the playoffs 5 years in a row, but how many playoff games have we won in 5 years?
Well, we won last year.
3?
Yeah, 2 or 3 in 5 years.
No, we went all the way through.
No, if you count the Super Bowl year.
Yeah, we won 4 in the Super Bowl.
7.
The next year we won a game.
He wasn't head coach then.
And we lost to Los Angeles after. We won the first game, then we lost.
We beat the Eagles.
Angeles. Yeah. And then we beat the shit out of the Eagles. And then last year we beat the Eagles again. So yeah, we've won I think we were only one time. Dallas knocked us out in the first round in 2023. So besides that, I think we won at least one game in the playoffs with Todd Bowles. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's up in the air.
He also keeps getting these offensive coordinators who go on to become head coaches, which is like, at what point is that, like, are they carrying him? Like, I expect our defense to be lights out every game if he's our head coach, and he's a defensive minded guy. And it's just like the pass defense hasn't been that, at least not every week.
Well, for his defense to work, we need a better edge. And I think in
that's where we go
free
in the draft,
agency,
edge or corner.
free agency. I don't even fuck the draft.
Agent,
they have a lot more money, a lot of more cap space, and especially if they don't bring Godwin back, they'll have a ton more cap space. And I don't think Godwin's coming back. I mean, I would love to see
there's a ton of people leaving. Plus,
Well,
I mean, Levante
McMillan-
David might not come back. This is probably his last year.
he's coming back. One more year for Levante.
One more year, you think?
Because he needs to solidify that Hall of Fame resume, and he's so close right now. And if he plays one more year, especially if they make a Super Bowl run next year, and I think they're going to be better than they were this year, only because we have some cap space. We can go out, we can make a trade and give a contract to somebody like Hutchinson or well, maybe not Hutchinson, but
We're
Crosby.
Not Hutchinson.
I was
what's his
thinking,
name from Dre Greenlaw from San Francisco is on a contract here.
Well, who's the guy from the Bengals? The other white defensive.
Trey Hendrickson.
Yeah, I think he might be on the trade.
He might win Defensive Player of the Year. I don't know if we're.
I'm just saying.
I mean,
but we need something.
I agree.
We need attitude on the edge. We need a JPP to come in when we needed him to come in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, remember we had no pass rush.
Young Shaq Barrett.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, but even not even young, just somebody like that's just nasty.
If we can get Myles Garrett, I don't know. He seems like he doesn't want to leave Cleveland. Like if you watched Hard Knocks, but if he does and he comes to Tampa, I would love.
That's what I'm saying, and just give him money.
Give that man all the money.
Who wouldn't want to leave Cleveland at this point?
That dude looks like a fucking superhero.
Exactly. Did you see the clip? Speaking of him, and I don't really like Myles Garrett because I don't like him as a person. He's a douchebag. He's done a lot of douchebaggy things on the field.
Most rich people are douchebags.
Sure. But not, I don't think
you're talking about when he tried to smash that dude's head with his helmet?
That was pretty douchey. Yeah.
That was pretty awesome.
Well, no,
it's exactly what we need on the defense.
Then you just want him on your side.
Yeah.
Well, no, I didn't mind that part. I hated afterwards when he pulled he called me a racial slur, and then the entire field said, nope, none of us heard it, including mostly all black guys. So it was like, come on, Myles, don't. You guys just hate each other. It's got nothing to do. I don't think Mason. What was it, Mason
Rudolph?
Yeah, Mason Rudolph's going to yell the N-word on the middle of a field full of 99% of them. I don't think so. Mason don't look like that.
I'm so glad you went with 99%.
Yeah, I saw you said.
I was like,
the word, and I was like, no.
This is going to be the end of the podcast.
I'm saying the NFL is predominantly black. I don't think Mason Rudolph's going to yell that out in the middle of the field. Bunch of
wouldn't be smart.
No,
300-pound killers. I don't think it's going to fucking happen, man. Hey guys, nice play, but hey, yeah, get out of here, dude.
Before we get to the games tonight, we got Bucky Irving up for Rookie of the Year.
Not going to happen.
Not going to happen. No,
not going to happen. But it's nice to be.
Jane Daniels just won a playoff game. That was amazing.
It's nice to be noticed.
Yeah. Oh, he's definitely the best rookie running back. 100%.
Yeah, 100%.
He's number two in the voting. He's number 2 in the voting. Easy. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But Jaden Daniels. No, he's great, and we got a great future with him because we got him locked in for 4 more years of paying him nothing. It's great.
Yeah,
he'll probably want some more money in at least 2.
I'm guessing.
Yeah, he'll do the old, hey, let's restructure.
Do they have something like arbitration in the NFL?
Yeah. I mean, at a certain point, you can be like, hey, because Jamar Chase tried to do it this past year, where he was like, I want to get paid now. I'm clearly the best.
Yeah, I know you can, but is it like a legal process like they do in baseball?
I don't think so.
No.
Bring in lawyers.
No. Okay.
No. They could just sit out, and then they're going to get fined and things like that. Mm-hmm. But no, they don't. They don't have that. The way it's structured with the, the player agreement and all that stuff. Rookies have to play out their rookie contract. Now, if they get certain stats, their money does go up and things like that, and then where they're drafted.
If it's in the contract or whatever.
Sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's
if you're really good, you can be like, hey, I need to get paid now.
Mm-hmm.
You
Justin Jefferson did it.
Yeah, you got to be top tier. You got to be Jamar Chase. Sure. You got to be Jefferson. Yeah. You got to be
Brock Bowers. Brock Bowers is going to do it in a couple of years.
Dude, he's so good.
He's the only rookie who made All-Pro.
Well, nobody knows because nobody watches Raiders games. It's like it's why Levante David's not being considered a shoe-in for the Hall of Fame yet, because for years nobody watched the Bucs play when Levante David, he's been playing for 14 years, so they've only been watching him for 5 years, and nobody's for most of that time they were paying attention to Tom Brady, not Levante David. So yeah, Brock Bowers needs to get the fuck out of Las Vegas is what he needs to do, because he's a superstar. He's going to be unbelievable.
I mean, it's not like the Raiders can't be good. I'm sure, getting rid of the Devontae Adams, and they're probably going to be a ton of cap space just like us, and
yeah,
all they need is a quarterback.
Yeah, but they've been bad for a long time, and their owner has too bad of a haircut to be successful. So what are you going to do?
Vegas is a cool city. It seems like it should be a big market.
It should be, but nobody's from there. It's like kind of like Tampa, but even worse.
True.
Nobody's fucking from there. Let's get to the games tonight.
Okay, I'm ready.
We got Chiefs and Texans. Is that the first game?
Yes.
Chiefs Texans. Chiefs are shooing for the Super Bowl, right?
Nope.
No, you don't think so?
I think they'll win this game, but
you think they'll win this game, but you don't.
I need Baltimore or Buffalo, whoever wins that game, to step up.
Kansas City won half their games last second, whether it was a field goal or somebody fumbling or some dumb shit, like crazy stuff happened for them to have the record they have. They were the most undeserving of a 15-1 record I've ever seen in my life. It's unbelievable. Or 15-2. I'm sorry, because they
wins a win.
They're lucky. They got blown out by the Broncos.
Yeah, because they didn't want the Bengals. You see, the Bengals are petitioning to the NFL because they said they purposely threw the game to keep them out of the playoffs. But yeah,
it did look like that.
Sure,
they just bench the starters. A lot of teams do that.
I think today is an upset special in the making.
You think
and
so?
I'll tell you why. Number one, what I just said, they haven't wowed anybody with their offense this year. They used to be an offensive juggernaut. Now they're winning games with defense, and that can only get you so far. It worked for the 2003 Buccaneers and the 99 Ravens, but you got to have offense now. You fucking have to have offense now. Second reason, Patrick Mahomes hasn't thrown a football in like a month. Like they have a bye week. They sat everybody the last week of the season. It's been a long time since the starters have been on the field. Houston has been playing, and they look pretty solid against Los Angeles last week. And I'm just saying, you're looking at, was it a 8.5 point spread with an offense that's not lighting anything up ever? How are they going to score enough points to cover that spread when they're not really scoring more than 22 points a game anyway? And Houston's not a slouch. They have a solid quarterback that can make things happen. They have Joe Mixon. They have Nico Collins. They have a good defense with a criminal that gets fined every 3 games. They're nothing to really overlook. And I feel
like people sleep on the Chiefs having the best coach in the league.
Right.
Like that's no one talks about Andy Reid. Andy Reid is the best coach in the NFL right now.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Taylor Swift calling the plays.
I think that's like a huge advantage that no one talks about.
I thought we just got a burger sponsor and you were leading into it, which was no, Andy Reid's great. Obviously, he knows how to surround. Not only is he good, but he surrounds himself around great coaches, and they develop players. And yeah, I think Spagnuolo is the defensive coordinator still there, right? Yeah. Yeah. He's probably the best coach on that team right now because his defense is ridiculous. The offense isn't. What are they doing? Honestly, like
they don't have to. That's the point. That's why he literally changed the entire face of the team. Like they used to be offensive, and now he's like, nope. Now we're going to adjust and we're going to become defensive.
I guess I don't know, but I just feel like it's going to be a close game. I don't think it's going to be that tight of a game, and I think it would turn the NFL upside down if Houston beat the Chiefs.
It would be fun to watch. I feel like at least half of America, if not more, is rooting for Houston right now.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think most people agree it's going to be Buffalo or Baltimore representing the AFC in the Super Bowl.
God, I have a show during that game tomorrow night. I'm really bummed about it.
I'm really bummed you're making money too. You want to switch? I'll do your show.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm in, dude.
I would much rather watch the Bills and Ravens.
Other game tonight is Detroit and Eagles.
No. No.
I was like, I'm trying to read.
It's Washington.
Detroit,
Washington.
Commanders.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody's rooting for Detroit, right? I'm not going to root for Washington.
I don't think people in Washington are rooting for Detroit at all.
I know a lot of people like Jaden Daniels, so I think a lot of people are like not necessarily just rooting for Detroit. Like Jaden Daniels got a lot of love this year, and he's going to win Rookie of the Year, and he's clearly like he's going to be the Lamar Jackson of the NFC. And Lamar Jackson is love. I love Lamar Jackson.
I do too. I love watching these guys play. I like how much of a threat they are, from running and how they design run plays for them. And they've taught guys like Lamar to get down when they need to get down, get out of bounds when they need to get out of bounds. That's why RG3 only lasted a couple of years, because they were letting him just get fucked up, and you can't do that. You got to keep these guys healthy. Lamar Jackson looks so smooth when he runs, and Jaden Daniels has that same thing. It's like they're gliding around, and then right before some 280-pound defensive end murders them, they slide, or they just adjust their weight and then take a light hit instead of a big hit. Yeah, he's going to be fun to watch for a long time. And I'll root for him.
Shifty. They're very slippery. They're hard to get your hands on them, like just a solid hit.
What do you mean them? What do you mean?
They're like fucking like rubbery.
Oh, quarterbacks, you mean? Yes.
No, I'm talking about Jaden Daniels and Lamar Jackson. Will you stop it?
No, it's fine, dude. No, it's fine. That game, the Detroit versus Washington, another one that could be an upset special. There's upset specials all weekend, honestly, that could happen. Detroit lost to the Bucks in Detroit. What was that, week 2? Washington just beat the Bucks. Washington's coming in from a hot win. Detroit just had a bye week. Detroit should be able to run the ball on paper. They should be able to run the ball all over Washington. But we were supposed to run the ball all over Washington. So who's going to outcoach who here? Do you take ankle biter, or do you take, the Washington outcast and really the offensive coordinator, Cliff Kingsbury? He's the guy that's really making things happen in Washington. He's the guy that's got Jaden Daniels playing like a seasoned vet. It could be an upset special too. Another 9-point spread in this game.
Yes.
Yep. And I don't think it's going to be 9 points.
I think it'll be closer than the Kansas City Houston game. And I do love that both of the coaches are insane and will go for it on 4th down.
Sure.
Every time. There's going to be no punts.
It'll be a fun game. It will be an entertaining game, and John and I will be doing a show, which pisses me off. So
yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sure we can sneak somewhere and watch it on our phones or something.
I also like the over in this one, James. Like a lot of points, but I do like that it's going to, I'm pretty sure it's going to be close.
Well, you know what?
A lot of points.
I want to say that too, but then what happened? With Minnesota, Detroit, did that cover the over? I mean, Detroit may have.
Minnesota's trashed. I will never trust Minnesota. Like, they're such a fucking. You were talking about the least deserving 15-2. They were the least deserving 14-3 team.
By the way, side note on that too, and we'll get back into the real games and not the losers. But how bad did Sam Darnold fuck up his comeback chance in the NFL?
That dude lost millions, tens of millions of dollars.
The last two games he played, they were like, nope, that's the guy from the Jets. Fuck
He's
that
back.
Yeah.
He turned back into a pumpkin.
Oof. He should have played injured, dude. Holy fuck. Yeah, he was about to get 100 milli, and now he's going to be a backup in Philly. You know what I'm saying?
You think he'll be a backup? I think he could still be a starter for someone.
I think so.
Like, not some. He could go to Las Vegas. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking he could go to the Raiders.
Cleveland.
And I'm not saying he's going to be good, but he could start for a shitty team.
I mean, I think that might be one of the Las Vegas's best options.
He's not going to get the $150 million contract that he was going to get. That's for
he's going to have to battle with Aiden O'Connell for the starting job in Las Vegas.
He's going to have to battle Gardner Minshew and his goofy mustache.
Ugh, gross. Yeah. So, what do you guys think about what's your prediction? What's your score for that game?
I'll take Detroit with my head, but in my heart, I do think it could be close. I'll go Detroit 40-30. No, I'll go 40-31.
Wow.
I'll take them to cover the 9, but I do think they'll hit the over.
I'm hoping that it's going to be like that, but no. I mean, Johnny kind of has me convinced now. Now that I'm thinking about it, that Commanders could pull this off, but it's not. It's not going to be. It's not going to be by a lot.
I think they're going to score so many. Detroit's going to go nuts.
It's either going to be close or Detroit's going to beat them by 30. It's going to be like that. Because what happens if Jaden Daniels goes out in the first quarter? Something weird. Like they just light his ass up.
Well, yeah. I mean, that could always happen.
Well, Detroit hits though. They're grimy. Just they really fucking.
What's that dude's name? Puckett, that dirty motherfucker. Who's knocked out torn 3 ACLs or some shit.
He's causing brain damage.
Yeah.
It's true. I think Detroit will pull it off only because the NFL really doesn't want all the good teams losing in the first week. I mean, it's about ratings, isn't it? So I think there may be some questionable calls by some officials. People are going to have it's going to be some controversy swirling, but I think Detroit wins. I think Jahmyr Gibbs gets in the end zone twice, and I'm going to say they don't cover the over. I say Detroit wins this game 29-18.
29-18, man. That's yeah. I don't know. I mean, I didn't think it would be that low scoring, but I mean, you could totally be fucking right.
We all agree that Detroit's going to put up some points, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they grind the ball, though, running the ball. I think they try to pull the same move that on Washington, and Washington's going to try to pull on them like they did the Bucks. So I think it's going to be a little bit more boring of a game. They're not going to be airing the ball out to Jameson and Amon-Ra St. Brown and stuff like that. Maybe a couple times. I think they're just going to pound them. They got Montgomery back from injury reserve, and they're just going to run the ball like a lot.
I think they're going to run that fucking score up. Do you remember what they did to Jacksonville when they just kept launching? They were up like 40-0, and we're like, nope, we're fucking slinging this rock. Like, I don't know what I love their head coach. He's a maniac.
That was weird. Yeah. There was some sort of vendetta in the background there. Like somebody didn't like somebody.
Somebody wronged him.
Exactly. Yeah. Keep going, motherfucker. Rage quit. If you don't like it, rage quit. Wouldn't it be funny if they could do that in real football? They just throw their controller out in the middle of the field and they're like, all right, looks like Bowles is going to rage quit this one. We're going to move on.
Yeah, it's instead of throwing a white flag, the coach just tosses his clipboard onto the field and storms out.
The scoreboard just says your opponent has left the game.
Yeah.
Hey, they're having connection issues.
Yeah.
I love that.
Sure, buddy.
I love them.
Sunday, we got Rams versus Eagles and Ravens versus Bills.
Yeah, Sunday's the Eagles are so fucking good right now. It makes me sick.
Yeah. I mean, but so are the Rams right now. The Rams are playing really, really well. They're healthy, and they're playing like Rams from 4 years ago football. It's wild. Who saw it coming? But they were one of those teams that started out real shitty and then finished 10-7, win the division, and have looked like fucking gangbusters in the postseason. The Eagles love to fucking shit all over themselves in big games.
Yeah. I'm rooting for the Rams. I mean, I don't want a Philadelphia, Detroit, and have just the most unfuckable fans you've ever seen. I'm rooting for Los Angeles.
That's we could bet on the number of stabbings. If that happens.
What is the over-under that the PA announcer plays "We didn't start the fire" in Philadelphia in the first quarter? Those fucking dickheads. Yeah, guaranteed.
I don't hate that. That's clever. It's fun.
I know. I thought of it just now.
It'd be a shitty move.
They should hire me.
It's a bit rude.
Too soon.
A little tasteless.
It should just be all fire-based song, like Jimi Hendrix, fucking let me stand next to your fire.
Yeah. The fucking the Hell's Kitchen theme song, fire.
Fucking Adele, I set fire to the rain.
My God.
They could do it all day.
I think her house burned down. It's crazy.
Oh no, my house burnt down.
I think a Philly fan just got banned. A Philly fan just got banned for life for calling a woman a cunt over and over again for like 4 quarters.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, he lost his job too.
Yeah,
he got fired.
Yeah, he was like a diversity and equity specialist.
Yeah, more people know his name than the head coach's name, and everybody knows his name's Ryan Caldwell, and he worked in HR at some fucking company. Now he's unemployed, and he can never go to an Eagles game ever again. Because he's a fucking douche. Yeah.
Oh no, I can't go to Eagles games.
Where am I going to get my
I'm going to do the rest of this fucking episode as a deal.
That's the worst Philly accent I've ever heard in my life.
I think it's spot on, honestly.
If they're drunk enough with fucking pizza slices in their throats.
Rice.
I'll take LA, but I wouldn't bet on them.
I'm not going to bet on that game.
No, I'm not going to bet.
You just said I'll take them, but I wouldn't bet. Okay, you want them. Yeah.
I want them to win, yeah.
I gotcha. I'll tell you how to bet on them.
I'll never root for Philly in my life. I can't.
No, the whole city. Fuck them. Fuck them. My last name's Bell, and fuck the Liberty Bell. Fuck that whole city.
Why can't that city burn?
I'm going to listen to that Bill Burr rant fucking tomorrow morning.
8 more minutes. Yeah. Best, dude. Yeah, fuck Philly, dude. Right in their buttholes. But that does have upset special. A lot of people are picking the Rams like they're not even underdogs. So we'll see what happens. Saquon Barkley, it's tough. Like you said, they got so many weapons. A.J. Brown, everybody's healthy there too. Their offensive line's fucking dumb. Their defensive line is dumb. Bunch of 400-pound fast dudes. Their head coach, fucking scumball. He looks like a guy that dies in the first fucking season of every mafia show, you know? Just sitting at a table like, hey, Tony, what's going on? Yeah, fuck that guy. Sirianni.
Tony 2 times.
Sirianni.
Yeah, eat a dick, dude. Yeah, but do you remember when they won in KC a couple of years ago, and he like walking through the tunnel, he's like, yeah, fuck you, Kansas City. Like he's yelling at the fans. And I'm like, ugh, like Andy Reid would never, you know? He would
Have
never.
some class, you piece of shit.
You fucking loser. Yeah, fucking asshole. They cried during the national anthem. Get the fuck out of here. Were you in war, dick licker? Get the fuck out. Anywho.
Anybody that cry, I don't believe anybody crying at the national anthem.
Well, it seemed a little forced.
It always seems like
I believe
they rubbed a little something under their eyes or something.
I think the players, but just because they're hyped for the game, not because of like the hype for the country. Like in this, if you're in the Super Bowl and you're like, I'm about to fucking achieve a lifelong dream,
you're in a moment.
But I don't think it's because of the national anthem.
I don't know. It always seems fucking fake to me.
They could be playing any song and they would still be like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna be fucking playing in the Super Bowl, and I might squirt a tear. Like I get it.
It is true. It is true. All right, the Buffalo Bills and the Ravens playing in Buffalo, and the weather report. Woo boy!
It's gonna be so cold.
I'm in Buffalo all fucking day.
The negatives.
Does it say that feels like it's gonna feels like -4 degrees?
Jesus
Fahrenheit.
Christ.
-4 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's gonna be. It's only 1.5 points. They're underdogs at home, and that's why I say upset special weekend, because 1.5's barely a dog, but I mean this is gonna be who runs the ball and doesn't fumble, who handles the snow better,
whose legs don't fucking break.
Yeah, I mean
ice cold weather.
This is gonna be about basic fundamentals. Like I think it's such an evenly matched game. You got two stud quarterbacks that are neck to neck for the MVP of the whole season for the league. You got Henry, for the Ravens. You want him in that kind of a game. But then again, you got Cook is playing very, very solid, and Allen is really the Henry of that team. Like he's the 250-pound running back that you don't want to fuck around with. So I mean, I don't know. That's a pick 'em for me. I don't know who's going to win that game.
I think Lamar should win MVP. I don't know how it's even close. I don't understand how people are saying it's like what Lamar has done. Nobody's ever rushed for 800 and passed for 4,000. He's thrown 44 touchdowns to 4 interceptions. Like, I don't know how it's close. People just like Josh Allen. I get it, but Lamar should win MVP again.
I think it's doing more with less is why Josh Allen's getting a lot of votes, because his supporting cast isn't nearly what the Ravens have. The Ravens have a better offensive line. They have better receivers. They have a better running back. They have a lot of pluses there, So I mean, I think that's why people lean towards Josh Allen. And
I saw someone tweet out like in the All-Pro voting, Lamar Jackson destroyed Josh Allen, and I don't see why it would be any different for the MVP.
No, he'll win.
The argument is that the MVP is the person that provides most value to their team or whatever.
Yeah, that's how it's voted.
Both of these teams would suck without these guys. Like, it's not like someone would walk in and just take over for Lamar. But anyway, I won't be watching this game. If you want to come and watch me do comedy with some fucking drag queens, that's what I'll be doing tomorrow night.
Wit.
I'll be doing Wigs and Wit. So yay.
It's a good time. I've won that one twice, and I lost it once. So
me and Steve Miller.
Well, you sing better than all those broads anyway.
Yeah. Well, did you actually sing your song, or did you lip sync?
No, I sang mine every time. Yeah.
It's harder for some reason. It's like harder to lip sync than it is to like actually sing.
I'm gonna sing, but I mean, I'm just gonna not be mic'd up.
Right. What song are you singing if you win?
I like how you assume you're gonna be. You just assume you're gonna be.
It's all coming back to me now.
Salon de Jean.
Yep. I'm gonna really put it on for the gays.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, that's called pandering.
Yeah, I'm gonna pander.
Yeah, I did.
I might honestly, I might just tank my set so I can leave early and watch this fucking game.
That's a great idea.
Dude.
just do a homophobic.
What's up, faggots?
That'll do
I'm
it.
disappointed are your dads.
Oh my god. Or you don't even have to say the slur. You just walk out and you look around and you go, are you guys all gay?
Wait a minute, you're not really girls.
Who booked this shit? I thought I was getting some pussy tonight. Anyway, I'm Matt Fernandez. Have a great night, everybody.
Yeah.
You just go straight to a sports bar.
Now's a good time to plug all our socials real quick. It's at John JS Planet, at Matt Fernandez World, and at Johnny B Tampa, and at 3 Ugly Mugs, all on Instagram. Our YouTube is youtube.com/ at 3 Ugly Mugs. Please subscribe on all social media or Spotify or YouTube for our full episodes of video.
We should do this at the beginning before they tune the fuck out because they hate our guts.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Hey guys,
No,
before
they're
you
here.
hate us,
Before we get into the slurs.
Yeah. Do we want to hit up Matt's pathetic parlay?
oh please,
Sure.
Let's do
let's
it.
do it.
It's a real easy one.
Still too long. Still too long.
Well, way too long.
No, you're supposed to start talking as soon as it goes down. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Well, this is fucking going to be super easy because it's all anytime touchdowns, and
Yep.
they're all for the games today on Saturday.
Nice.
So I'm taking Joe Mixon, anytime touchdown, easy.
Good call.
Xavier Worthy, anytime touchdown. He's known to hit a big play every once in a while.
Mhm.
Zach Ertz, anytime touchdown, because I think that they're going to be all over Terry McLaurin in the middle of the field, might wide open. And then Amon-Ra St. Brown, anytime touchdown. And for those 4 touchdowns, $10 will net you $525.
What?
Damn,
Yes.
that's
Yeah,
a lot.
That's
more
very
than a lot.
that's plus 3,962 are your odds on that one.
Wow.
And
I
it's
went
only
with
4 touchdowns.
I went with some real pussy stuff, just because I wanna get some wins here. I have for today Terry McLaurin anytime touchdown, Jahmyr Gibbs anytime touchdown, and Zane Gonzalez 2 field goals at least. That's it. 3 legs, real easy. $5 will make you $32.50. Which I will use tomorrow in some crazier parlays.
You're just trying to make money to bet.
I just want to stop the bleeding, bro. Like I have lost so much. All right. I just figured out you could tease your 14 parlays or more. Now I've seen this when I lived in Vegas in the past. You could tease up points. I never saw how you could do it on the app. And I figured it out today. When you go to make your bet, it's down at the bottom where you could tease it up. You get less odds, but it makes it so much easier to win. So for $100, you can win $260, which is a profit of $160 for you people that are bad at math. But you can add 10 points to any team you want. So I have underdog or upset special, but I'm adding 10 points. So for $100 to win 260, I have the Texans plus 16.5, the Commanders plus 17, the Rams plus 14.5, and the Bills plus 9.5. So I like that. I like that it's plus 100 on your bet. You're getting a little bit more than
So you're betting on all the teams to cover, but you get 10 extra points.
Yeah. So I got Texans getting 16.5, the Commanders getting 17, the Rams getting 14.5, and the Bills getting 9.5.
And that makes you $100.
The Bills 9.5. That's crazy. That's easy money right there.
That's what I'm saying. Well, I think also that the Texans 16.5. I don't see the Chiefs rolling the score up that much. It's going to be cold as fuck. They're going to be running the ball.
I think the only one that could run the score up is Detroit.
Yeah, and I got the Commanders getting 17. So I mean, to me, that's a pretty safe bet, but you have to beef it up. You don't want to bet $5 to make, $21 or whatever it is. You want to bet 100, make 160 profit.
The Hard Rock app is also, they're doing 30% bonus bets on the first touchdowns for the games today.
Not a sponsor. They should be though. That'd be great.
No, but I put a couple of $5. I put $5 on each of the games, and each of those is going to win me $50 if I get the first touchdowns right.
Oh yeah, my other one that I feel is pretty easy that I did is also for today's game, the Kansas City Houston game. I got Joe Mixon anytime touchdown, Pacheco anytime touchdown, and then CJ Stroud 1 interception, and that $5 will make you $57 with the profit boost. So
yeah, I like that Stroud interception will definitely pay out.
Sure, yeah.
He threw a couple last week against San Diego.
He likes to do it. He loves it. Yeah,
Los Angeles.
Do you have anything going, John? Do you have any? Or James?
I quit, man. I fucking lost so fucking much in the last 2 weeks. I am not. I'm gonna bet next round of the playoffs or the Super Bowl maybe. I have lost everything.
Yeah, dude.
Didn't make one fucking bet.
I know.
It was that fucking Tiger King meme. I will never financially recover from this.
I'm so fucked. And I didn't even get a chance. I was so busy I didn't even get a chance to watch like all the games last week. So I just fucking quit this week.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Too much of a loser.
The season's almost over. I mean, you can't quit now.
No, I mean you got to keep chasing that money, man. You know.
Yeah.
How you gonna get it back like that, baby? You can. Man.
I'll make it back.
Every time I hear those ads and they're like, "Never chase your losses" when they're talking real fast, I think of Johnny B.
Never chase your. I'm gonna bet on
not built for chasing things. Yeah.
I'm gonna bet my life savings on the Pro Bowl. That's
nice.
What I'm
there you go.
I'm gonna make it all back on the Pro Bowl. Can you even bet on the Pro Bowl?
I'm sure you can. I don't know why you'd want to.
Yeah, you can bet on all of it, dude. It's very, very sad.
The Hard Rock app's just going to be like, you sure? You sure you want to do this?
Like, do you want us to just take the money now?
Yeah.
Like, can you just give us $50?
Just be like, you realize this is the Pro Bowl, right? Not real football.
Speaking of betting, if you guys had to make a bet right now, put $100 on who is going to go to the Super Bowl and who's going to win the Super Bowl. At this point, we already know we're down to the conference championships. Who do you think right now? I already told you who I think is going to go to the Super Bowl. Didn't I? Did I tell you who I think?
I don't know.
Okay,
well, Bills.
You said Detroit and
I got the Ravens winning the Super Bowl. But I think it will be the Ravens versus the Eagles in the Super Bowl, and the Ravens winning.
Battle of the Birds.
The Bird Bowl.
And the Ravens winning easily, like 45-10, something like that.
What is everybody? What did you say last week, Matt? That if it was Detroit and
Detroit, well, if it was Detroit and Minnesota, someone would be 0-5 in Super Bowls.
0-5.
But Minnesota's trash. But it could still be Detroit, or no, if it was Minnesota Buffalo, someone would be 0-5.
Right.
No, Detroit's never been to a Super Bowl.
But Detroit's that's.
I'd like to see Detroit Baltimore. I think that'd be a high scoring, fun game. I think whoever wins the Baltimore Buffalo game is going to win it all.
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah.
Much like Ohio State earlier, when we were talking about that, like they're playing so well right now. Same thing with the Ravens. They're just how do you beat them? Like that's the real question. It's like it's gonna be tough.
Derrick Henry is so fucking. He's a freak.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So I'm saying
he shouldn't be that big and be that fast.
Well, yeah, and then there's the whole read option, the RPOs and everything they're running. It's like you can't even focus all your energy on stopping this 260-pound tank because Lamar Jackson just ran around the outside on the option because your defensive end bit down on Derrick Henry again. You don't want to bite down on Derrick Henry? You want to cover now Derrick Henry's running 85 yards on you. It's brutal. Yeah, I don't know how you stop it.
Yeah, James is saying Detroit versus Kansas City, KC. Yeah, if it's Detroit, Kansas City, I totally agree. Kansas City gets another one.
Gross.
Ugh.
Anyone but Kansas City. My God, I don't even want to see them in the Super Bowl.
I would be rooting for the Lions.
Go
for sure.
Texans, please.
I'd like to see the Lions in a Super Bowl, but I think Kansas City edges out over Detroit.
I want to see Travis Kelce dislocate something really bad, or maybe break a femur, like a compound fracture on the field. And I want Taylor Swift to run out onto the field and slip on his leg blood and fall down in the middle of the stadium.
Oh, so he's lacerated in this.
Yeah, dude.
It's not just the bone is sticking out.
Yeah,
what's the line on that?
Yeah, and she's rolling around his blood, and she looks like fucking the girl from Carrie, right? She's just covered in fucking blood. She's just screaming. They're zooming in on her with the fucking drone cam. It just flies down in her face, and she's like, "Why?"
That's a fucking Super Bowl right there.
Yeah, dude.
That'll be a little bit more memorable than a Janet Jackson hip slip.
Thank you. It's about entertainment, dude.
Taylor Swift was covered in blood.
Oh, the humanity.
But don't worry, it's not hers.
That next album's gonna be a fucking banger,
is this
baby.
A sport?
Yeah, let's hit up. This is a sport. All right, we can start talking about it now. This week I have the very fun sport. It's actually a bunch of different sports. It is the Highland Games, and I'm bringing it up because it's we actually have a local one here in Dunedin, Florida. We have a lot of people that celebrate their Celtic heritage, and we do a Highland Games. Have you guys ever?
My people.
Have you guys ever seen it?
No, I've been to the Highlands though.
You've been to the Highlands of Scotland?
Of Scotland, yeah. My
the
motherland.
The Highland Games, it's kind of like track and field in the Olympics, except it's somehow more white.
I mean, it's pretty nerdy.
It's Scottish, so it's definitely white.
Yeah, so we got caber tossing. So caber tossing, that's like the log that they have to balance.
I was hoping it was another slur for midget.
Like, grab that little caber, toss it.
Yeah.
So they have to like balance it and then kind of flip it over. You can pop that up on the screen.
They do this at the Ren Fair. Yeah.
Hit mute on that thing, James.
Yeah, dude.
Let's see. Oh, that's so we lift the caber, grip it with clasp hands at the bottom, and pivot and twist. So yeah, we're gonna watch.
We need these guys with telephone poles after hurricanes come through. You know what I mean? Really speed up the process. Look at this. Look at this guy. Go flipping my giant.
You have to wear a kilt. So you run as fast as possible, choose a point of release, use your momentum, and drive with your legs and hips.
Yeah, no shit.
Oh man, if you throw that thing like, it could flip up and hit you in the face.
Oh,
and
you could
end your
totally get
whole
fucking
life
killed with this thing. Yeah, totally.
What would you rather watch, this or old school 1986 pencil fighting in the patio of your cafeteria of your?
I don't know. I think the Kyber throwing is pretty good. We got another one. We got the stone throw. This is basically like a shock put, except it's just a freaking rock.
This was in Braveheart. This was literally in the beginning of Braveheart.
All of these are in Braveheart where they're doing.
Mel Gibson hits him in the face with a rock.
Oh shit.
It's basically just shock putting. It's nothing really different than that, except you're just using a rock. Then what else we got?
If you want to watch people sling rocks, watch a couple of seasons of The Wire. Am I right, boys?
Yeah. So yeah, he's gonna throw this thing. Let's see. Let's jump into the how to throw a weight. So this one is the one that can freaking kill you right here. You're just throwing a weight up in the air.
I was like a kettlebell. Oh, why did he cut it so close?
Because that's what they do. They have to.
I would dive out of the way like a fucking coward.
Dude.
And then we can just.
Can we look at how many deaths a year happen from that fucking event? That'd be wonderful.
I love that this is like part of Scotland's tourism. Like, hey, come see people throw rocks and fucking big ass sticks.
These guys are freaking huge. So a lot of this has been like co-opted by. Remember the thing that was like popular 20 years ago, like the world's strongest man competition or whatever.
Yeah.
A lot of that is just this Highland Games shit right here. You know,
everybody's name in the world's most strong man. Everybody's name was like Magnuson,
Wilkinson, Swerchinson.
So is it about how far you throw this thing?
Yeah, it's about how far you have to. It has to flip once.
I was going to say, it looks
over.
like it has to flip. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit! Did they say how heavy it is? How many pounds it is? Or
they don't do pounds.
Stones?
They do like stones. Yeah.
Stones. Shit.
How many?
Can we fucking evolve? You know,
you're saying.
I mean, I think that's kind of dumb that in England they're still like, oh, my mate weighs 12 stone. Like, how many fucking pounds or kilograms, dude? Like, stop with this bullshit. Like,
yeah, their units of measurement used to be stones and then also the hands and feet of the king. So, like, anytime you got a new king, the measurements would be different. It's like, it's 5 hands, but it's 5 of his hands.
So if you go to the grocery store in England and you go to fucking weigh your produce, they have some pebbles on one side of the fucking scale. And how do they do that? Like,
I have no fucking clue.
It's
this one
broccoli's
right here,
9 pebbles.
This one here, you got to carry these giant weights. I'm looking at these weights, like my knees would just turn into a bag of glass and fall apart.
How much do those weigh?
Those weigh like 60 pounds a piece or something.
Oh, that's not that bad.
I don't know, man. Running with 2 kettlebells? That seems fucking
In a
nuts.
dress? Yeah, it's not good.
It's a skort, okay?
Whatevs. Whatever.
What
is that thing? That's what I want.
This is a sport this week. I don't know. So scale 1 to 10, how stupid is it? I would go ahead and say 6.
I like that they can really hurt themselves. Like that dude could have got killed by that weight for sure.
Oh, you could totally die playing this. So that makes the watchability factor go way up to like a 9 or a 10.
I'll give the watchability like a solid 8.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's dumb, right? Because it's just kind of like Olympic stuff. If you're into that kind of like show of strength and all that, I mean, it's not disco foot. That shit was dumb.
Oh yeah, that was dumb.
Yeah, it's not embarrassing. Like,
I would go to this and get hammered while I watched it. That's how I judge a sport. Would I go to it and drink at it? And I would say, yeah, I would drink at this.
I would drink at most things, honestly.
I would not go to Disco Foot and drink. I would be like, what the fuck is this?
If you were in the park and you were
I wouldn't go
by,
to.
you'd be like, what the fuck is this?
I wouldn't go to Hobby Horse and drink. I'd be like, this is so stupid. I want to leave.
I wouldn't go to Hobby Horse at all.
Exactly.
I feel like I would be put on some sort of watch list if I showed up at a Hobby Horse.
But this, I would check it out. Sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're doing it in April in Dunedin, and we should go check it out.
Really? Hell yeah.
Yeah, we should have some 3 Ugly Mugs merch and some like T-shirts or hoodies or something we could wear out there and like represent for the 3 Ugly Mugs, so that they know we're out there because they're ridiculous and we're getting drunk.
And we're getting drunk and we're supporting local sports. Next week, an even dumber one, also from the UK. It is called cheese rolling. Now, I'll just I'll leave you guys to ponder what the fuck cheese rolling could be. Don't cheat and Google it because this will be fun next week. I think that's the show, guys, right? Me and Johnny got a sold-out show tonight, so you can't come to that. Matt, you're doing Wigs and Wit tomorrow.
Yep.
And, just check out our calendars. My website is johnjcomedy.com. What is your guys'? MattFernandezWorld.com.
Yeah.
JohnnyBComedy.com. Wednesday night, I'm doing a special late Wednesday night show in St. Pete at CJ's Backstage. It's going to be a adult-themed humor, so they got me headlining it, and it's a free show. So go find CJ's Backstage in St. Pete and come out and hang out and shit.
Next Saturday, I'll be in Salem, Massachusetts, doing a show. Part of the Salem Comedy and Spirits Festival. Come to that, man. Yeah, I'm gonna be hammered and get to do some jokes.
That sounds fun.
Flying into Boston?
Yep, flying into Boston Thursday, fly out Sunday, show Saturday. Might try and hop on another show Friday if I can.
Hell yeah.
Very cool.
I like it.
I got let's see, on the February 8th, I got Quentin Green coming to downtown Dunedin. Jander Gray's open for him. And I'm hosting. Come get a pizza at Jack Polino's, drink a beer, and hang out and have a great time with us.
Good times. Great oldies.
R.I.P. Bob Uecker.
Oh, yeah.
That is Bob Uecker is Mr. I mean, what was his nickname? I don't know.
Baseball?
He was the guy. Was he Mr. Baseball?
Yeah.
He's the fun guy from Major League.
Yeah. That's him.
That's what everybody knows him from, is the guy
Mr.
from
Belvedere. Come on, buddy.
The fun guy from just leave it at R.I.P. People know who he is. If you don't fucking Google him.
All right, let's end.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.